Okay, so in this video I want to do what I'd consider the best Bible deal in America today. And this would be for somebody that's just getting acquainted with the King James perspective or the Texas Receptive, the Texas the Texas Receptus perspective, which that's why I would hold to is the Texas Receptus, and then the King James being the best translation available in English. And to help somebody with that, you can get this is the Windsor Bible from TBS, and their vinyl cover. I actually saw this from Brother Zach on, I think it's Bible Fanatics. I believe that's his YouTube channel. He does a lot of good reviews on King James Bibles. But it'll say TBS Holy Bible, and it's done really nice. It even actually has a grain, but what is it's the Windsor text. It does have the dedicatory in the front, but does not have the translator to the readers, which I don't know if all the Westminsters do or if any of them do. I had the Westminster when it first came out in leather. I didn't like it at that point. I didn't like the type because I was so used to the old school type, and I'm kind of still that way. But this one is nice. It's nice, especially somebody that's like just got saved. You want to give them something, but you don't want to spend a lot of money. This here is done by LEGO in Italy. So if you know anything about them, when they're making their Bibles, not only are they always Smith sewn, well, for the most part are Smith sewn, they also do what's called a cold glue process. It takes longer for the glue to dry when they're doing the spine, but it also makes it stronger. So you're actually buying a Bible that has a lot of good strengths. It's printed by LEGO in Italy. It's the new Windsor text, King James. It lays flat, especially with the vinyl cover. It's going to be very, very nice. Now it's kind of coming up, but I mean, this thing's brand new. I have another one. Let's see, I think it's in the living room. But I can assure you, after you break it in a little bit, this thing lays flat. Look at Zach's video on it. But this is $12, guys, $12. Not only that, but the reason why I call this the best Bible deal in America now is because this, what I'm about to show you, all this is free. You go, when you're on their website, you go to all their printed material, and you'll see that they have a package of materials you get free. It comes with a bunch of little booklets, kind of like tracts in a sense, and they're free, 100% free. So you get a $12 Bible, and then you can see stuff about the Good News Bible and why it's not really good at all. I don't even know why they still do that one though. And the Lord added to the church daily as such should be saved. The modern version, so it's defending the King James or the TR Bibles. They don't defend like the NKJV or the MEV, which I'm not big on the New King James, but I do quite like the MEV. But anyways, the Pool of Bethesda, so it's defending the King James. Plain reasons. This is a good one. I was looking through this. Why we should keep the authorized version of the Bible. Have you noticed it says author rise with an S? Because the author of the Bible rised from the dead. I kind of like that. So I like how TBS spells it with an S. I don't think that's the reason, but I like that. What today's Christian needs to know about the Greek New Testament. I'll be doing a review on the TBS Texas Receptus New Testament, and I think if you're even King James only, like one of those extreme King James only people, you definitely want to. I would learn Greek either way. I mean, anyways, and then here's one for why 1 John 5:7 and 8. Chapter 8 verses 5:7 through 8 should be in the Bible, which there's so much. And you know what, even when I started coming back to the TR position or the King James position, this was the one I really struggled over. There is so much information. I got a book coming in that you can get on Amazon. I'll be reviewing that hopefully it'll be sometime this week, but there's so much evidence and scholarly evidence. So it's kind of like, we have like Daniel B. Wallace, and we have all these guys, and they believe in the eclectic text and all this stuff, but there's guys that are just as smart and smarter that don't agree with him. He's just the guy he's from Dallas Theological Seminary, so he gets more showtime, I guess. But here's another booklet on 1 John 5:7 through 8. Textual key to the New Testament, a list of omissions and changes that you find in modern versions. The Authorized version, what today's Christian needs to know about the Authorized King James Version. Good stuff. And that little Bible there is awesome. It's a small pocket reference Bible that TBS sells. So if you're looking for something really small but it has the Concord text and it's thin, that's the Bible. That thing's amazing. I don't have them, but I used to have one. And I don't know, they might have gotten better since I had mine. Probably need to get one again. The power and the glory, for thine is the kingdom. And what the new translations take this part out. They do. And this is going to give you some reasons why it should be in there and why it is in there. The excellence of the Authorized version. So booklet on the excellence, I can't even speak. Excellence of the King James Bible. The Bible and the Protestant Reformation. That's what really got me thinking, because I almost got into Calvinism, which was kind of crazy, I got going Calvinistic, I guess. I'm not now. But the crazy part was like, wait a minute, if God did this great thing during the Reformation, which he did, he got us back to sola scriptura, the Bible only, and then he gave us a Greek text, and then all these translations, you'd think the way the Calvinists think is sovereignty, right? God's sovereign, everything happens for a reason. Wouldn't he give us a perfect Bible or give us an accurate representation of the Bible and not just the verses? God obviously oversaw Tyndale and all the guys that worked on the Protestant Reformation Bibles, and especially the King James. The New King James Version, a critique on it. I don't know if I'd agree completely with that. Probably would. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. I haven't read it yet. Which Bible version? Does it really matter? I haven't read that one, but you can kind of tell where that's going. Does the English Standard Version stand the classic mainstream of English Bible translation? Now, I enjoy reading the English Standard Version, but my final authority in English would be the King James, and I would go to the Textus Receptus for the underlying text, which I believe the King James is the best expression of the TR in the Masoretic text. God was manifest in the flesh. Examination of a disputed passage. Not sure, but you can take a look at that. All this comes free, guys. You just ask. They gave me 2 of these, so Greek New Testament. Okay, the spiritual doctrine of the Holy Trinity. You need to read that, because there's a lot of people out there, the King James only, that are going modalist. Going modalist, guys. And they think, I could think of some people, just read it. Just study up on it, because people think they have the wrong idea on what the Trinity is. And I've seen people that are very, very intelligent that are modalists that don't really know what the Trinity is. And then they'll say Trinitarian things. I think they're confused. But anyways, good book. I haven't read it, but I encourage you to read it. I'll have to read it after this now. Should the last 12 verses of Mark 16 be in your Bible? That will be interesting. That's a good one. Because that was one of the things that got me away from the King James. Plus some King James extremists out there. Some of them have a real bad attitude, and it does cause problems. So if you're King James only, love people that use other translations. Love on them. But show them the error in a loving way. And I mean, you could be very impactful too, but just do it in a loving way and a caring way. Supposed to be wise as serpents, but harmless as doves. This one's against the Living Bible, which I don't see people using the Living Bible anymore. But there it is. Another one on the English Standard Version, what today's Christian needs to know about the English Standard Version. I still like the translation, but I don't trust it as much as I do my King James, that's for sure. How we got our English Bible. Oh, I'm going to read that one probably after I do a couple more reviews. The Divine Inspiration of the Holy Scriptures. That one's a little bit of a thicker book there. There's little booklets, but man, they're done really well. The Lord Gave the Word, a study in the history of the biblical text. That's another good one right there. And Christ's substitutionary sacrifice. That's something else you need to really read. I haven't read this, but I'm just on this subject. Very, very good. And then, I already showed you the tracts and all this. So for $12 plus, you could do media mail. And they came here pretty quick with media mail. All this for $12, and I think it was $2 or $3 in shipping. Yeah, you really can't beat that, because then you have a Smithsonian bound Bible with really the paper is just amazing. Minimal ghosting, does the job. It has some ghosting, but it's not bad at all. If anybody knows about LEGO and Italy, then they know how well they're I would say they're really close to being as good as Youngblood, and in some ways better, especially the hardback copies and stuff. But just really good print. It's black letter all the way through. It's Smith-sewn. So if somebody ends up getting this Bible, as a young Christian, ends up putting notes in it and wants to keep it, since it's Smith-sewn, they can have it rebound and have somebody dye the edges or whatever, and that would be just an awesome thing. Let's see a little bit, and I'll try to wrap this up quickly. You know what? I'll do I'm not going to do a separate review on this, because there's plenty of, look at reviews for the Windsor text. So you have, okay, so it breaks down the words instead of having it in the text to help you pronounce some of the harder names and stuff like that, proper names in the Bible. And I believe it has a reading plan. Oh, man, this thing is exhaustive, isn't it? Okay, oh yeah, it's very exhaustive. I don't know if it has a concordance. It's got a Bible word list. This is good. This is really good. In fact, I got another video I'll be doing on a little pocket dictionary for the King James Bible that's done by a guy that I really need to talk to and apologize to, David W. Daniels. Let's see, reading the Bible. So this gets you through the Bible in 2 years. I think it gets you through the New Testament twice and then the Old Testament once in 2 years, which is not bad for, new converts. That's actually a good pace. And it has the really nice maps on like a card stock, which I don't think does the Windsor come with maps? I don't remember if it does or not. The regular Windsor, not sure, but done very, very well. Very, very well. Feels good, and it's not too big of a Bible at all. It's actually a really good size. Reminds me of the size of the Concord. It's probably the same size, maybe even a little bit smaller. I'm not sure, but very readable. Even the vinyl has this nice little grain to it. Very nice Bible. You could throw ribbons in this. I might need to do a video on it. I did one years ago, and I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if it was a video or it was like a picture-by-picture thing I did on Facebook, but I can show you how to install ribbons. So maybe I'll do a video on that once I get the stand. As you can tell, I'm still holding my phone. I don't have the tripod that I need that will clip to this table yet. So anyways, $12 plus shipping. You can get all of this. I don't know how much is there, over a dozen pamphlets and stuff like that will help any new Christian out. But I hope that's a blessing to somebody. I'm going to see if TBS would maybe send me a couple of these, and I can do a giveaway to new Christians or new people that come to the channel that need a Bible. That'd be nice. That'd be really cool. But I'll look into that. They used to help with my boat ministry back in Texas years ago. Little Ruby text King James Bibles. They gave me like a box of 20 of those things, and they're put to good use. Anyways, guys, till next time. Good day. God bless.